Yumi's thesis was fake. This made things worse. Ji-hoon immediately called Yumi. He found someone wrote an essay for her. A few hours later, that person would receive an interview and declare that he was not writing for Yumi, but that he and Anna were research partners for safety reasons. Ji-hoon asked Yumi not to appear in the media in the near future. She must be more careful with her words and actions to wait for the storm to pass. From his words, Yumi realized that Ji-hoon knew her identity. Ji-hoon no longer hid it, and even said that Hyunju was quite brave to proactively contact her. After saying that he smiled sinister, Yumi was shocked after finding out who he really was. Ji-hoon signaled her to keep quiet, and he ordered the bodyguard to take Yumi home. Arriving at the parking lot, but she never wanted to going up to the house. She suddenly heard Hyunju's voice, and then stepped towards the other person. Hyunju told about the origin of the name Anna. It turned out that when she was a child, everyone praised her as a princess was Anna, but Hyunju happened to know that the famous Princess Anna had died, and this princess had also had people impersonate her. So later on she no longer used the name Anna. Yumi felt heartbroken because even the identity she stole was also fake. Hyunju criticized Yumi that it was Yumi who killed her. Later Yumi would have to live in hell, after saying that she turned around and left. Since the incident about Hyunju happened, the couple became more and more inseparable. Yumi also became more and more disgusted with her husband. In private, the couple took off their masks. Yumi mentioned Ji-hoon's ex-wife and children. Ji-hoon told Yumi is the daughter of a tailor shop owner. The two of them talked about Hyunju again. Ji-hoon thought he had solved the obstacles ahead. She was in trouble, so she should thank him. But Yumi did not agree with his behavior. Ji-hoon was immediately angry and grabbed Yumi's neck. When she was about to suffocate, he let go. Ji-hoon whispered in her ear that he didn't want that woman to die either. But things have come to this point, and Yumi is also an accomplice. Even though Ji-hoon's scandal broke out, his approval rating has increased a lot. Major news sites also reported related news. Yumi's image was also released. Then Yumi was interviewed. She used her acting skills again. About the rumors related to her thesis, she no longer cared about, and about Ji-hoon's sick child. She didn't want the child to become the subject of criticism. On the other side, Ji-hoon's subordinates reported that the amount of money Yumi received from others amounted to 3 billion won. Hearing that, Ji-hoon immediately contacted the mental hospital. He said Yumi had a problem, so after the election he wanted to throw her in there. Yumi also had her own plan. She proactively went looking for Ji-won. Ji-won admitted that she knew Yumi had used someone else's identity. Yumi explaining that because her life was so difficult, she was always jealous of Hyunju's life, which led to her starting a path of lies. Yumi took out the USB of evidence. Inside there is also the fact that Yumi used Hyunju's identity, and the evidence that Hyunju was murdered, as well as Ji-hoon's ex-wife did not die due to a slip. In addition to Ji-hoon manipulating stock prices for embezzlement and tax evasion, previous hot searches about Ji-hoon and the dissertation writer for hire were also made by Yumi. Unfortunately, in the end, Ji-hoon was able to suppress it. Yumi was forced to expose everything in this way. After finishing, Yumi went to visit her mother at the nursing home. Her mother had Alzheimer's disease, so she no longer recognized Yumi. She always thought her daughter was in America. She also asked Yumi to write a letter to her daughter, who was far away. She felt sad in her heart on the way home. She asked her secretary if something happened to her. She hoped the other person would help her take care of her mother. The election results would be announced soon. Yumi received a call from the nursing home that her mother was looking for her. Her mood had hit rock bottom. Right at this moment, the news that Ji-hoon became mayor of Seoul was broadcast on television. Everyone cheered, but only Yumi looked very sad in complete contrast to the happy celebrating crowd. After the successful election, Ji-hoon wanted to go to America as soon as possible to pick up his son. After Ji-won received a reminder message from Yumi, she contacted the prosecutor. Ji-hoon had just finished his campaign. He was about to run to the airport right away. Yumi stopped her and told her that her mother was seriously ill in the nursing home, so she wanted to go there. At this moment, Ji-hoon was still joking around. It was obvious that her mother was in America. Her expression, Yumi, was gloomy. Ji-hoon did not want to let her leave at this important time. Yumi had no other choice but to board a plane to America with Ji-hoon.